Hey, hello everybody. Today is October 4th, 2021. We've broken into October now, and those of you who are huge Halloween fans, congratulations. We're moving forward. This is your month to get spooky, get dressed up, pull some tricks, and get some treats, all that good stuff. All right. Today, the other day we turned in page 206, okay? And today we are going to get 207 done. So first off, we're just finishing up the section of from Elizabeth Keckley, her memoir about when Lincoln was killed. Okay, how do people in Washington D.C. react to the news of Lincoln's assassination? Underlines 3 examples of people's reactions. Okay, so how do people in Washington D.C. react to the news of Lincoln's assassination? Okay, underlines 3 examples of people's reactions. Then make inferences. Okay, why does Mrs. Lincoln want Keckley to join her at the White House? Why do you guys think that she might want her to join? Okay. Keckley ends by saying that the whole world bowed their heads in grief when Lincoln died. Write a sentence explaining what she means. Use evidence in your response. Okay, so the other day we went over the words approach and mourn, to be sad, right? Okay, so we returned home with heavy hearts. I could not sleep. I wanted to go to Mrs. Lincoln, but I did not know where to find her. I would have to wait until the morning. The hours dragged slowly. Morning came at last, and a sad morning it was. The flags that floated so gaily yesterday now were draped in black and hung in silent folds at half-mast. The president was dead, and a nation was mourning for him. Every house was draped in black, and every face wore a solemn look. People spoke in subdued tones and walked silently about the streets. About 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, a carriage drove up to the door, and a messenger asked for Elizabeth Keckley. "Who wants her?" I asked. "I come from Mrs. Lincoln. If you are Mrs. Keckley, come with me immediately to the White House." I hastily put on my shawl and bonnet and was driven to the White House. Everything about the building was sad and solemn. I was quickly shown to Mrs. Lincoln's room. On entering, I saw Mrs. Lincoln tossing uneasily upon a bed. The room was darkened, and the only person in it beside the window of the president was Mrs. Secretary Wells, who had spent the night with her. Bowing to Mrs. Wells, I went to the bedside. Ah, never was man so widely mourned before. The whole world bowed their heads in grief when Abraham Lincoln died. Okay, so it asks, how do people in Washington, D.C. react to the news of Lincoln's assassination? Okay, underline 3 examples of people's reactions. Okay, so right here, never was man so widely mourned before. I think that's part of a reaction, right? Let's see. Every house was draped in black, and every face wore a solemn look. People spoke in subdued tones and walked silently about the streets. Okay. All right. So then, Keckley ends by saying that the whole world bowed their heads in grief when Lincoln died. Write a sentence explaining what she means. Use evidence in your response. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get page 207 completed and turned in. With that being said, I also have a do now. I want you to write a detailed summary about your weekend, okay, what you did, and also write a couple of goals. Guys, when you do this writing, I want it to be your best writing. Okay, I don't want it just like scratched together. Okay, just thrown together. I need it to be with capitalization, with punctuation, complete sentences, not just short sentence fragments. Okay, make it complete. Make it your best writing. If I were to print this off and show your parents this parent-teacher conference, what would they see? Okay. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day, and let's have a great week this week. Life is good. Thanks, guys. See you. Bye.